by far the most asked question here on my videos is how do I do the racing competition? Well, it's actually pretty easy. So you first want to start by making sure you have a Beam Monsters truck opened up, because it's gonna be, because since this truck is so hot, okay, I'll explain when I get there. But you also want to have your truck, you also want to press B, which will stop you, prevent you from using your rear steer, and when you go to turn the front steer, both axles turn, and then you get this. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, the truck's top heavy, it's gonna fall over. I will show you how to stop this. So you want to press F11. If your computer does not have F11, I don't know what to tell you. So you've pressed F11, that'll open up the world editor. You want to come up here to window, and then you want to come down, you want to go to gameplay, and then you want to come to the script AI manager. And then you can see all these different codes. I'm not sure. Okay. We are sadly going to have to lose the cars. But, oh yeah, to remove everything but the truck you have right now, just press remove others. It makes it faster. Why am I getting a random pop-up here on the screen? Okay, so you pressed F11, you went to window, you press gameplay, you press script AI manager. So you have your truck selected. You then want to make sure you go to more, you want to turn off loop, and then you also want to turn off display path. And then what you want to do is you want to press record. You want to go. You don't want to race like you're an actual monster driver. You want to be able to take the corners tight. That way he doesn't go flying off the track. But you also don't want to be too fast, because they tend to want to, it takes them a while to slow down. So you've recorded, and you press stop recording, and then you press play to see if your code worked, and then you get this. You get the AI trying to mimic your code. You can even see in the top left, the green is how long it took you to record. The white is how long it's taken the AI to get through it. And the reason I said have it in press B is, let me show you. Since I do not have the AI enabled to use rear steer by pressing B, it only knows how to use front steer and will hurt the turning. Another thing, I chose Beam Monsters because if I were to do this with a CRD truck, the Beam Monsters truck would just flip over because it's top heavy. And then, as you can see, it also messed up the code because there's no rear steer. And then of course you can always, and then of course you, if to make another code, you should get another truck, and then you code that truck, and then that's how you do it. So that is how you do the racing competition. But there is two more things I want to show you. So you spawn in your truck, and you hear it, and you're like, oh, I don't like this sound. And then you take a turn, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, it doesn't have BKTs. What should I do? Well, there's actually a fix for this. So you want to go to the main menu. You want to go to vehicle config. You want to go to the search bar. If you want BKTs, you just type in tires, and then you go down here to front tires, rear tires. I know you can't see it, but you see that it says Goodyear shaved 66-inch tires. You come down over here to either BKT first gen 66-inch tires or BKT third gen. So you click on them, and then of course you want both tires to have it, right? And then we turn the truck, and look at this, it's BKTs now. But the sound, you want to change the sound. You want the regular sound that most of these trucks have. You don't want the Panda sounds. You want the regular Monster Jam sounds that almost every single one of these trucks have. And you're like, oh yeah, that is much better. I'm gonna do some donuts to celebrate because this is awesome. Oh, I actually flipped over in a racehorse chassis. You gotta be kidding me. However, if you want to save this, so if I were to go back, if I were to spawn in a different truck, and then I were to come back to Time Flies 2011, which is what I'm using. If I come back to it, none of it is saved. But there is a way to save this, and I'm not going to show you with Time Flies. I'm going to show you with another truck that I would like something to be saved. Alright, so I had to re-download a mod to get this, but you want to come over here. So you're in the main menu, you want to come over here to More, and then you want to press Garage. And we'll see if this works. Will it load? Okay, so we're in the garage. We have our Gravedigger. This is not the Gravedigger we're gonna use, by the way. So you want to press the vehicles, as you saw, and then you have the old. You have the older version of this. And then you obviously have all your trucks and stuff. You want to come over to whatever vehicle you have, or in this case, we're going to use the Gravedigger 20. Now, the map I was just at, which is Houston Show 2 of 2015. Dennis Anderson was in his Gravedigger monster truck. And of course, since it was 2015, the trucks were using BKT, but there is no BKT Gravedigger on Dennis Anderson's chassis, so we're going to add that. And then we're going to save it. So you're gonna press the truck you want. You're gonna press load car, and then you're gonna wait for it to spawn in. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Take your time. Please don't break the game. Please don't break the game. All right, so you have your monster truck, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna come over here to parts. Then you're just gonna do what you did earlier. Tires. Give me the BKT tires. And now your monster truck has BKT tires. So, now that that's done, there's a little thing over here. I know you can't see it, but as it pops up, it says save. You're gonna press that. And then if you want to override a file that you would not like to use and you don't want it anymore, you can just press on it and either rename it, or you can just come up here to file name and you can just type in the truck you want or the name you want. So we're gonna do Gravedigger. Hang on, let me capitalize it. Gravedigger XX, and then since this is based off of 2015, we're gonna type in 2015. And since we typed in 2015, all the files are gone, and you can't overwrite any of them. And then you're gonna press save. Then now that you have it saved, we're now gonna leave. We're gonna go back to the Houston map. So you finished your freestyle with Adam Anderson's Gravedigger the Legend, and in this show, Dennis Anderson would be the next one to come out. So you're sitting in the entranceway, getting ready for Gravedigger with Dennis Anderson to come out with in his 2015 theme. You can see over here, Gravedigger 2015. We're gonna click on it, and everybody close your eyes. Coming onto the track, Dennis Anderson in the Gravedigger. I know it's a little hard to see, but Dennis Anderson, the grade digger, has his BKTs. We made this custom grade digger for you fans to use, but this truck doesn't have any rear steer. I'm turning the rear steer stick and the camera's moving. So what we're gonna do, I'm also gonna show you how to connect the rear steer. What is going on? Okay, so you go to options, which is up here. I know it's hard to see, and then you want to go to controls. You go to vehicle specific installed parts, and then the independent rear steer axis. I know it says G and H down here. Toggle link to rear steering. That's what I was using. And then if you want, and then if you're playing on a controller, like me, you want to use the right stick. Apply it, and you're done. I can't turn the camera anymore. You can only move it up and down. So let's get ready for this freestyle from Dennis Anderson. Turn the volume just a little bit. Hold on, let's get rid of cars. Because the cars are going to be in the way, so let's get rid of these cars. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope everyone can finally enjoy BeamNG's Monster Truck mod. It's not BeamNG's mod, but it's the Beam Monsters Monster Truck mod. I really hope you all can enjoy this mod with no complaints, and hope we can have fun. Later.